Do not watch alone. Some things only strike in silence. It was 3:07 a.m. That hour of the night when the world feels abandoned, when even the air seems hesitant to move. The house was unnaturally quiet. No ceiling fan, no distant traffic, no insects, just silence so deep it felt heavy, like pressure against my ears. I woke up suddenly, not because of a noise, not because of a dream, but because of a certainty. Someone was standing in my room. My heart was already racing before I opened my eyes, as if my body had sensed the danger before my mind could accept it. Slowly, carefully, I turned my head toward the side of my bed. She was there, my mother, standing so close that I could see the tiny wrinkles around her eyes, the familiar curve of her face, the exact clothes she had worn earlier that evening. Everything was right, and that was the problem. She wasn't breathing. Her chest did not rise. Her shoulders did not move. She simply stood there, staring down at me with eyes that were far too open. Her lips parted. "Wake up," she said softly. "Come with me." Her voice was perfect, identical, warm in tone, but completely empty underneath, like a recording played through a hollow room. I tried to speak. My mouth opened, but no sound came out. Something inside me screamed that this was not my mother. She never stood over my bed. She never watched me sleep. And she never smiled like that. Her smile grew wider, too wide. The corners of her mouth pulled back as if stretched by invisible fingers. The skin around her cheeks tightened unnaturally, trembling slightly, as though it didn't quite fit what was underneath. "I've been waiting," she whispered. I forced myself to sit up. "What's wrong?" I asked. The moment the words left my mouth, her head tilted. Not with concern, not with curiosity, but with precision. A slow, deliberate angle, stopping at a position no human neck should hold. "I'm always here," she replied. Her eyes did not blink. Behind her, in the hallway, a light flickered on. And then I heard it. My real mother's voice. "Why are you awake?" The thing in front of me froze. Its smile collapsed. Not faded. Collapsed. Like a mask slipping. The skin on its face rippled, as if something beneath it was adjusting itself. The eyes sank deeper, darkening into something endless and hollow. Its neck began to stretch, vertebrae cracking softly, one by one, as it grew longer. Slowly, it leaned closer to me. "You weren't supposed to hear her," it said. Now there were two voices speaking at once. One was my mother's. The other was ancient. Low, wet, hungry. The room went cold. Not metaphorically. Physically. My breath fogged the air. "Do you know how difficult it is," it continued, "to wear someone you love?" The lights went out. I don't remember screaming. I only remember waking up. Morning light filled my room. Birds chirped. The ceiling fan spun lazily overhead. Everything was normal. Too normal. I found my mother in the kitchen, making tea. I told myself it was a nightmare. I had to, until I noticed the marks on my wrist. Finger-shaped bruises. Dark purple. Ice cold to the touch. That was when the dreams stopped being dreams. At night, I heard footsteps pacing outside my door. Slow. Measured. Sometimes my sister called my name from inside the walls. Sometimes my father stood in the hallway, facing the corner, unmoving for hours. And sometimes, I saw myself, standing at the end of the corridor, smiling. The mimics are patient. They observe. They listen. They learn how you walk, how you speak, how you show love. But they always get something wrong. They blink too late. They smile too long. They stand too close. One night, I followed my mother into the kitchen. Her feet made no sound on the floor. Her reflection in the window moved half a second slower than her body. She turned to face me. "Why are you afraid?" she asked. Her jaw loosened when she spoke, hanging just slightly lower than it should have. "I am your mother." I stepped back and felt a hand grip my shoulder. Warm. Real. My real mother's voice whispered behind me. "Don't look at it." They revealed themselves all at once. My sister crawled out from beneath the table, her limbs bending backward, joints popping loudly as she moved. My father's face split vertically down the middle, peeling apart to reveal rows of teeth inside his skull. The walls pulsed. The ceiling dripped a thick black substance that smelled like rot. The house was breathing. "We don't replace," they said in unison. "We inhabit." Their voices echoed from the walls, from the floor, from inside my head. I ran. I don't know how I escaped. Some people don't. Now I live alone. I don't answer the door at night. I don't trust voices calling my name. I cover mirrors after sunset. Because sometimes, when everything is quiet, I hear my own voice calling from the next room. And I know one thing for certain. If I ever answer it, whatever answers back won't be me. The most terrifying monster is not the one with claws or fangs. It is the one that looks at you with a familiar face and knows exactly how much you trust it. If you enjoyed this horror story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell icon for more terrifying stories.